these people? No.
They are not people.
I was finding out if they had their own individual stat blocks.
Thanks so much for checking out our metal cover of Gangsta's Paradise. This is one of the songs of our upcoming album 90s in Metal Volume 2. We have 4 CDs out already, and you can get those on our merch shop. You can get the new t-shirt here, and stay tuned for the next metal.
Hey, oh, Captain Jack! Hey, oh, Captain Jack! Bring me back to the railroad track! Bring me back to the railroad track! Running to the railroad track, run along with Captain Jack. Running to the east and back, run along with Captain Jack. La-da-da-dee-da-do, left, right, right, left. La-da-da-dee-da-do, run along with Captain Jack.
Anyways, I need to finish abandoning items in the woods.
What's
It's like in a video game where you don't want... Ica has a bunch of stuff they don't need.
Is your hole in the ground in Minecraft?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go
pretty much.
Off the side of a mountain?
3 months. What do you actually spend that time doing?
I mean, what else does Ica have to do? They're dead. My schedule's pretty open.
Whatever you want. You had 2 companions at the time. One headed down south. The other went back into the Underdark.
Ica wouldn't really want to go back into the Underdark. What major cities are we near? Just gone.
Dauntal Grim is just north of Neverwinter.
I barely know anything about canon D&D. Is that just, you know, cold shithole?
Neverwinter, and then south of Neverwinter is fucking Waterdeep, right? And then south of that is Baldur's Gate.
Uh-huh.
And much further south of that is Phandalin. Well, see, yes, I think Neverwinter is always cold, and that's the joke.
Has to be for all the zombies they use in their town.
Sumimasen.
Neverwinter is like the pinnacle of necromantic studies.
Nice.
It's the only
Pretty
place
uncomfortable.
known on the Sword Coast to be allowed legal study of necromancy.
Oh, Neverwinter, also known as the City of Skilled Hands and the Jewel of the North, is a bustling, cultured, and cosmopolitan city-state in northwest Faerun. Neverwinter was regarded by Volo as the most cosmopolitan and civilized city in all of Faerun. The city is a member. God, I fucking hate that the entire Forgotten Realms wiki is written in past tense. It was a member in good standing of the Lord's Alliance, known for its craftsfolk and gardeners, the city's multicolored glass lamps, precision water clocks, exquisite jewelry, and magnificent gardens ensured the warm winters were colorful and the summers were rich with fresh fruit.
The warm winters.
Fresh fruit.
Is it actually not cold?
The city was originally named Igastor, which was an Eluskan word. The name Neverwinter was the Chondathan translation.
You're circus spreading misinformation.
Huh?
Hey man, I've only ever looked at the video game for about 1 second.
They're pretty north. You'd think it'd be cold.
I remember there being snow. That's all I know about Neverwinter. That's what I said.
Guess I could just wander around and just kill bandits, you know? Not even looting them, just, you know, just killing them.
Kinda psychotic, don't you think?
I mean,
Looks at every adventuring party ever.
kind of
Yeah.
psychotic. Look, they didn't even take the cash.
Alright. There's a number of legends that explain where the city's name come from, but they all contradict each other. Some believe it was founded by a sun elf called Halloweth Never, who led the elves of Ilianbrun against an Eluskan invasion. Surrounded by enemies, he chose the site where the river met the sea to make his last stand, naming the place Never's Winter, believing he would die in the ensuing battle. However, human allies arrived just in time, and together they defeated the Eluskans. They never founded the city there, keeping the name, and over the years it just shortened to Neverwinter. Volo and Elminster reported the name came from its gardens. The Neverwinter's gardeners were acclaimed throughout the realms for keeping their gardens growing and flowers blooming even through winter snow. Others, however, believe the city is named for its unusually warm climate and how its harbor remained ice-free in the winter.
Misinformation, so...
Let me look at the Steam page. Alright, there's no snow in this.
Maybe its name isn't a joke and very literal.
Which one was I thinking of?
Excuse me.
To be fair, unusually warm doesn't mean hot. It's probably just this place is really far north, close to the fucking actually frozen areas of the world, and yet somehow barely even has snow.
Pretty unfortunate.
But where it is, it's unusually warm. Because you'd expect it to be a lot colder. Anyway, here we can see a fine example of me getting completely sidetracked
Beautiful.
and failing. This is why I'm still halfway through the fucking page. Oh, and while I do remember, everyone has inspiration.
Hell
Hooray!
You got 3 months of downtime. You get some inspiration.
Oh. Can I roll for a billion loot that I find on the ground in fucking BG?
I don't know. Are you bringing that character back?
Probably not. Depends how good your argument is. For
The argument is your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to go back down into that dark hole.
and to die.
yeah. Are you prepared to die?
But this time with a slightly better funded party and going back down there on purpose.
Like how my name would be like at D&D time. Yeah, time to fucking cut some metal in half. That'll be good background noise.
Fuck yeah, dude. You know,
I guess in all
metal being
seriousness,
cut in
though,
half?
the only thing I could really think of Aika actually wanting to go and do is to go wander around and try to find something that she remembers. Because, I mean, she doesn't really have any other reason to do anything. But, you know, that's probably not going to happen because, you know, been dead forever. And out in the middle of nowhere. Gauntlgrim is nowhere.
If you found loot, would you keep it?
Aika? Depends on what it is.
Alright, well in that case, roll me a D100.
Okay. $85.
Ooh, not bad. Give me a 2d6 and a 1d4.
2 and a 4, and not ignore that one. And a 4.
That's 650 GP gems,
Yeah, they're pretty.
and give me another D100. In fact, give me 3 more. In addition to the one I just said, 4 total. 4 for the 4 you rolled. Alright. Let's see. Okay, I don't know how that happened.
Somebody mauling a cow.
That would be the guy cutting metal in half. I can see my Discord light up green every time he does it.
He's doing a good job.
I can close my window.
You're good.
Potion of being a fart cloud.
Fart potion.
Yo, Storm's here, Paul.
I don't know. Can Ika read it?
What is this gibberish that's on the ground?
You have the ability to cast magic, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess.
You know what? In addition, Josh and Jake, give me a D100.
Go on, Josh.
Ah, yes. I found this
See,
dice.
Storm Spear is available for Sorcerer and Wizard, so no, you can't use it.
Yeah, I know, but it's like if I can't actually read what it is, because you know it's written in some arcane gibberish, Ika's not going to give a shit.
Give me an Arcana check.
Gwyn's. I don't know.
Impressive.
Oh no, yeah, no, you can't read that shit.
That's
Is this
trash.
toilet
That's
paper?
all a gibberish.
It's trash.
Yeah, didn't even pick that up, bro. We left toilet paper out here.
Everybody's always writing important toilet paper.
Josh, give me 3d6. Alright. Get 25 GP gems. And give me a d6. And then roll that many times d100.
We're spicing it up today.
$2D100, Josh.
Those are both potions of healing.
Nice.
Not bad.
Jake, you?
Yes, yes. 100.
37. Alright, that's exactly the same. So 3d6.
3.
You get that many 25 GP gems. And then
Nice.
give me a d6.
Oh. 4D100. 213. What, 97?
Yeah. Rolling it like this is definitely a pain.
Yeah,
23 and the 3 are potions of healing. Uh, 97 is a greater potion of healing.
Oof.
And the 90 is a first level spell scroll, which is Charm Person.
Nice.
I'm going to thank my lucky stars that you guys both rolled fairly low on your initial D100, because I did give you a CR 5 to 10 horde roll, where
Chance at good stuff.
where Lorop got 3 0 to 4s. It just means you don't need to roll as high to get to the better magic item tables. But you both
I got
rolled-
some kind of decent stuff.
but you both rolled fairly low, so you still ended up on the basic tables.
Dude, I got so many healing potions.
You did.
Potion of fire, giant
You and your
strength.
fucking rolling fucking max on all of your like amount of rolls on the magic item table. It's like, yeah, roll 3d6 to see how many times you get to roll the magic item table. Oh, all 6s? Okay. Jake, you do, because this isn't for this stuff I just made you roll is literally just random stuff your new character has.
Yeah.
I don't care if Stuff you picked up. from your
Existence.
yeah, well, I mean, you're starting at level 5, so this is just a couple of random items that you've picked up along the way to that point. I didn't want you to feel like you didn't have much, and then Lorop shows up like, I got 18 common magic items. Where the fuck did I put my glasses?
Hey, we survived the Underdark, you know?
True.
I want to be able to read shit.
Yeah,
I can't believe we were that close to the exit.
you survived the Underdark, but can you beat my bio? Works for the Harpers or some shit, I don't know.
I'm about to stick this Harper's pin up your nose.
Side note, anyone who hasn't had the opportunity to, except maybe Josh, who's already streaming, please watch the shit posts. Not all of them, maybe Real Life Black, that one's short. You can watch, you can look at the others later. They're good, I swear. I was losing my shit this morning.
Talking about Man Parry's Deer.
Man, Harry's Deer is also good.
I
No,
did
a bit
watch
further
that.
up. No, I posted like 4 videos in a row because I ripped them all off of my
Yeah,
shit.
I'm
posts and
surprised
posted them on
Quaylog was still a pog in that video.
Facebook. The never good enough one. I don't know what it is about it, but it just fucking it gets me.
Yeah, I've seen this a bunch.
West
Virginia!
Anyway, let's see, where are we? I have like, I just need to find out these NPCs before I throw you in here. But I think at this point we can do recap. Who would like to recap?
It's not a very hard recap.
It
No.
really isn't.
It's not a very hard recap.
I'm simply mentally backtracking really quick. Alright, I'm down for cooperative recap just in case I missed something.
Let me just pull up my notes. I have to go into the graveyard.
Were your notes sent to the graveyard?
Yes.
Last session, if I do recall, began with our group unsundered. Back in the Snurf Neblin? Are they Snurf Neblin? I always forget what race those things
Yeah, it's
were.
Neblin. You can just say
Okay,
deep
yeah.
gnomes.
Yeah, you see, but when you make that distinction, it confuses me even more, because Snurf Neblin just sounds way too technical. Sounds like they're trying to tell me about like their heritage.
Well, they call them deep nodes.
Yeah, okay. So anyways, we're back in the deep gnome city of getting consumed by slimes through floor grates. We had finally resolved to attempt to escape the Underdark finally. And when hit up our local drug lord contact for a way to get out of the pit, he told us about a sick escape route and let us copy down a map, not unlike, you know, the ghost that decided not to help us. That ghost was an asshole. Anyways, after we hit him up, we then grabbed our supplies and began our long trek out of the pit. It was a very uneventful bunch of days with almost nothing happening, other than us getting some free EXP from some fire beetles. We continued walking for a while. Then we came across a giant chasm. After we had to run away from some voices coming from behind us, we decided to hide in the side passage. And then the side passage turned out to be now occupied by the drow who had originally enslaved us. They were looking for us and had followed us all this time for some reason. Clearly extremely determined to recoup their losses. I think it probably would have been easier just to enslave any amount of Snurf Neblin, but anyways. The drow priestess, scoring an amazing natural 20, managed to spot us. With our less than stellar stealth checks, a very long fight ensued in which we tragically lost almost everybody in the group. Eldeth fucking died. Our boy Brayton fucking died. Pretty sure that was it for the total amount of deaths on our side. After slaying many foul drow, and one of them deciding to retreat because, you know, they decided that it was better for all their friends to die than for them to die as well, and, you know, drow hierarchy. We gave Brayton a little bit of a burial, and I assume Eldith too, because, like, to be honest, I kind of forgot. Yeah, I
No,
assume
we couldn't find Eldith's body.
Yeah, all the
Really?
bodies were gone when you went
All
back.
the bodies were gone.
Oh, anyways,
But
okay.
we did get his stuff.
Okay, so we have Eldith's stuff, but Eldith's body was gone. Oh wait, yeah, because Eldith got like Char resurrected. Yeah. Forgot
Yeah,
about that.
it was pretty apparent, like, from the markings in the area that every, like, corpse there had just been incinerated.
Yeah, the fight had been interrupted mostly by the charred zombie-like figure of our long-lost fire druid brother, who had come back from the grave to ruin our lives. And after he successfully rolled to recharge his power several times in a row, ran us into a corner, forcing us to retreat. And then we returned, grabbed what we could, said our farewells to Brayton, and then walked the, like, additional 15 feet to the surface. It was, like, just around the next corner, apparently. And then we achieved outside. We successfully emerged out of the abyss. Not hell death. Yeah, I'm in a punk metal band now.
Beautiful.
There's my abridged version of the story's events. Thank you, I'll be here all week.
Alright. Emerging from the caverns and finding yourself in the land above, under the sky once more, eventually made your way to Gauntlet Grim to deliver Eldith's belongings as she had once requested long ago. There you bore witness to its grand mithril gates and the giant cavernous halls within, and were treated kindly for your efforts, and for being allowed to leave and go off on your own separate ways. Several months passed as you all found your own ways in the world before you received a summons. Message delivered directly to your head via sending, requesting you return to Gauntlgrim to have audience with Brunor Battlehammer, the king. Took some time, and for those of you further away who had to spend additional time traveling, you received several additional messages urging you to hurry up. So everyone eventually makes it into Gauntlgrim, where you are treated. Those of you who spend more time waiting here for being closer find that you've been treated very well. You are all given your own chambers, food and drink when requested. Once everyone has gathered and is given a day to rest, all given a chance to rest and refresh before your audience with the king. You note that you are treated in a manner befitting great dignitaries. Say that Zach would probably be the last to arrive, coming all the way from Baldur's Gate. Thus, the rest of you will have had some time to at least get a little bit of a look around and get an idea of the layout of Gauntlgrim. I stole this map off of the wiki. Apparently, it came with, like, the books.
Oh, Grim with a Y.
Gauntlgrime.
Grimo.
There's something really funny to me after you mentioned the mithril gates. I was just picturing like some guy like sneaking up, trying to like chisel off some mithril and run away. Just like, oh yeah, let's make some pocket money, boy.
The city itself is carved out of the living rock, holds and passages wide enough for even the largest of dragons to walk through. The place has hundreds of levels, twisting stairs, functioning elevators, even a system of enchanted mine carts that allow you to travel around in a method similar to catching a train. They all cross in and out of the central hub of the Iron Tabernacle.
but you also are given the distinct feeling that this place, while rather antique, clearly ancient in design, is teetering on the edge. The place is barely populated. Many levels of the city completely abandoned. Most of the upper levels, especially around the Iron Tabernacle and the Vault of Kings, where you will find yourselves, is brightly lit with a mix of drift globes, phosphorescent fungi, huge braziers, and troughs of burning coals filling most hallways and chambers. Though they do dim the light somewhat during the nighttime hours, so that even while underground you can still feel the passage of time. Yeah. So, first of all, you have a day to prepare yourselves for the audience and to finally meet with each other again. What would everyone who is here like to do?
It's just me and Laura, isn't it?
Zach shows up late.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
this is after
Oh,
Zach
yeah,
has
Zach.
arrived.
Okay.
You've been told that, like, now that everyone's here, you know, you've got a day to rest and prepare yourselves, and you will hold audience with the king tomorrow.
And look at Ica not responding. What a bitch.
I mean, they're currently typing. I'm waiting for them to finish.
Smiley face.
There we go. See, now they're finished. Ika smiles at Laura. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Guy's nice.
So.
Ika removes part of their armor to show that they're wearing incredibly fancy clothes that they made that during buy for me. That's what I spent a bunch of money on.
Nice.
Oh, that king just forced me to walk all the way back here from Baldur's Gate, so I don't think I'll do that.
But anyways, yeah, sure. Let's go shopping. I've been staring at that wall in my room for about a week.
Within the great city of Gauntlegrim, you are perfectly capable of finding any mundane equipment that you would like to purchase.
Is there anything else I actually want?
Food.
I'm keeping the gemstones because I like them. I already have knives. I've got plenty of arrows.
I will state, like with riding Potion of Fire Strength and becoming a fart cloud, a lot of things have been shortened. So that is art objects. So that's like little statuettes and stuff for the most part.
Yeah, I don't want to carry that around.
Not just a few paintings that are rolled up in your pocket.
I assumed it wasn't actual paintings.
Are we doing the art gallery heist now?
Yeah, the reverse dice. We're selling them.
That's just the end result of the heist. That's not a reverse.
About art. I know what I like. That's art that sells.
And it's art that sells.
But this spell scroll create or destroy water. Do you want it, Ica?
I don't think I could do that.
Well, it could be useful. I'll hold on to it. What are the prices for these two cantrips that I don't care for?
25 gold each.
Nice. So that's 175.
Wait, Ica can read Dwarvish.
Level 1 scroll, 50 gold.
Hey, Laura. You're always talking about libraries.
Yes, I spent all this time looking for one and I could not find it.
Do you have any good book recommendations? I just realized I haven't read a book in, I think, forever.
Well, what sort of books do you like?
I don't know, I remember a lot of languages, but... Maybe something pleasant. Do they have the Drizzt trilogy in paperback?
Anything by Volo is quite entertaining. I'd recommend those.
Okay. Ica will go look for a bookstore.
It's simple enough. Find a bookstore that's fairly well stocked. Exquisite robes. Son of a bitch. All I only needed you for one thing. Hang on. For exquisite robes, 15 gold.
Okay.
I will buy something by Volo if they have it.
They do. I shouldn't have closed that page I was just on. Wait, I didn't. That was a different page I was just on.
Volo's Guide to Waterdeep or some shit.
For a book, it's 25 gold.
I will pay that. I have plenty of money from selling the random crossbows I was carrying with me.
Alright. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Is there any other items I want to buy? No, I think I'm good. I will follow Laura up around whatever other shopping they want to do.
Alright. Anything else you'd like to get, Laura?
Just like equipment wise, I think I'm good. Aiko, would you like some of my 11 healing potions?
Becker opens up the pouch. Let's see. I have 3 healing potions in here. And I have these ones I found on some man I killed on the road. I don't really know what they do. Their labels are weird. Heroism. Fire Giant. And gaseous form. I think I'm alright.
I don't think those ones will heal you though.
But I have 3 of the healing ones. Do you want me to have more?
Maybe if you run out.
Okay.
Hey, check this out. I'm not very good at carrying heavy things, but I found this bag that will carry the heavy things. Shows a bag of holding. It's like thicker on the inside.
Huh. Magic sure is weird.
It's very convenient for me.
Yeah, I'd suppose, with most things barely being made for somebody your size. Are you carrying around rocks in there right now?
Well, gems are rocks, so yes, actually. Got some gems, some scrolls, some potions. Bunch of other junk that I've had for ages.
Yeah, I suppose that could be said for a lot of things that I own. It was nice of those drow to carry that longbow I had back when I fell down in the hole. I don't know why they bothered to carry it. Anyways, do you want to buy anything else?
I'm all ready for the big day tomorrow. Are we? The only 2? Or 3, Zachary?
I assumed he didn't come with you to buy clothing because he wasn't really into that.
Yeah, you said you didn't care about the king. So,
Well, I just walked a whole month and a half back to Baldur's Gate, sat down for 2 weeks, and got told to come back.
I mean, you didn't have to. It's not like they put a gun to your head.
Well, apparently I was told to hurry the fuck up multiple times.
Sir, the movie will start.
Yeah, it specifically notes that if you like blah 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 actions carries involved might receive a summons from that effect. The choice to make the journey is up to the characters, although ignoring Bruno's request leads to the Dwarf King to send ever more insistent messages. You wouldn't have got a lot since it was via sending, and you would have had the ability to say that you're on your way.
Yeah.
But given the time difference, like, you would have received a couple along the way just to check on your progress.
Yeah.
I'm French. I'm taking a 2-week vacation.
Yeah, I made it to Waterdeep, thought I'd just, relax for a month.
I'm currently having some
Yeah,
champagne.
to be fair, was the calculation you did by foot? Because if I was traveling by myself, I could easily afford a horse.
I don't remember what my calculation was based off anymore. I don't have it open.
Actually, I only have like 25 gold. I probably
But-
could not easily afford a horse.
The notes. I was giving you like 24 miles a day.
Okay. Okay, that's way faster than it should be. I killed 7 horses on the way.
I don't remember what it was on, to be honest.
Nice.
I don't have that shit open anymore. There was something about travel. Oh, wait, no, it was in something I found in the DMG somewhere.
Can't believe he escaped.
Yeah, here we go. Map travel pace. Where 1 hex. Okay. This is under adventure, exploring using a map in the DMG. Map travel pace where 1 hex equals 1 mile. At a normal pace, you can do 3 hexes an hour, 24 a day. Yeah, it even lists here. Characters moving at a normal pace can walk about 24 miles in a day. If we go to travel pace under Chapter 8 Adventuring of the Player's Handbook, it is, 24 per day at normal pace. Means assuming you got a horse, it would have been a lot quicker.
I was typing with them.
Please close that one. Close that. Now I have a whole bunch of treasure pages open again. Where are we? Those of you who have been here a little bit longer would have at least seen a couple of the other dignitaries. a human male, two human males, one a bit older than the other. A half-elf. And another human woman. Who, aside from sticking out a little bit in a city of dwarves, also receiving the same special treatment that you have. Quickly, Laura, are you trying to speak with any of them? Is that what that is, or?
Yeah, likewise, I'm not speaking to any of them unless they approach me.
Fair enough. In that case, day passes. I have plenty of time to relax, and then the next day you are brought to the Vault of Kings. So you head in, you see the vault, which is on the same level as the main gates of the city. As you pass through several smaller gates and checkpoints before eventually reaching the vault itself, which is large enough to enclose a small town. A high-ceilinged chamber which rises above a network of bridges, stone towers, and sturdy walls carved from rock and sheathed in iron and mithril. There are dozens of smaller chambers is leading out from the vault, including sprawling residential areas. All of you, along with the several people you have yet to meet, properly at least, brought before. Oh, now do I have a handout for this? No. Thanks. Come on, there's got to be one. I've got a picture right here. There's got to be a handout for this. Maybe he's got his own picture. See? Not at all. Thanks. Roll 20. Chapter 8. No. But hey, you at least... you can have this. The entrance to Gauntlegrim, while I try to find...
Those
hang
poor
on, there was
people are
one-
locked out.
One other thing. You would have heard some of the dwarves singing the canticle to Gauntlegrim. It really didn't give me this picture, did it? I can't find this anywhere else. Therefore, the only logical thing to do is post it directly onto the map of Gauntlegrim.
Silver holes and mithril doors.
Bruno Battlehammer, the king, on his throne.
Oh, man, he's pretty big. Like, he's a lot bigger than the map. No wonder they built the
Right.
castle so big.
This man is huge. Now look, there's his little throne.
Little throne, yeah, it's like the size of, it's like half the size of this wall.
Eh.
Look
Make him
at the
big
top
again.
of it.
Those are some cool fucking pauldrons.
He does look like he's about to send a lot of men to their death.
Looks like he played WoW and was like, give me some of them fucking shoulder
It's obviously
pads.
an artistic representation of the map. But you're all taken to a mighty hall in which a red-haired dwarf of fierce and proud demeanor sits upon a massive stone throne, flanked by a number of guards and advisors. Although a long stone table has been set to one side, laid out with refreshments, there do not appear to be any other guests. "Welcome, friends," says the king. "I've a mind to know about the rumblings and rumors, about goings-on in the depths outside my city. If you relate to me what you know, we can talk about what you might want to do next."
I assume you want to hear about the Underdark and not your upstairs neighbors.
Aye. Words reached me that ye have all returned from the depths. brought back one of our own. The state of the matter is unfortunate, but we are thankful that you would pay such respect to my kin.
We wouldn't have made it out without her. It's the least we could do.
I do miss Eldeth.
Now, if you'll tell me what you know about the state of the Underdark, I would be glad to hear it.
Okay. Waiting for Laura to finish typing before I begin talking.
Fair enough.
'Cause I don't know what they're gonna say. Okay. I don't really know how reliable I am for a lot of things in this, but I fell down a hole and I woke up in a prison cell being forced to work by a couple of drow. Room was pretty dark. Braden was in there, Laura, and well, you didn't meet Braden either, but Jesus, sorry.
COVID?
It's my persistent cough. And then we managed to escape due to one of the drow betraying the rest of them, it seemed. A group of us, including Eldith, wandered the Underdark for quite a while. I'm trying to think about this, and wait, no, Ika's an idiot. Ika doesn't have to remember anything. I have like 6 int.
I was gonna say, if you'd like, you can skim over.
Press the info dump button.
I pressed the info dump button. The only really kind of outstanding thing is that there was a giant tentacle monster in the lake at one point.
It is concerning. Know ye what this beast was called?
It had 2 heads, it had a bunch of tentacles. Did we ever actually hear its name?
Yeah, we are.
I mean, you heard the fish screaming a lot of Limu Gagoon.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but then we saw a lot of statues in the fucking big cave, and had a book that was like, haha, Demogorgon.
The Kuatoa fish people, kind of short, called him Limo Gogoon. And some other statues called him the Demogorgon, I think.
See, one of the dwarves leans over and whispers to him. I see. That is most concerning.
We only ever saw it the one time, and other than seeing the statues in that other cave, I feel like most of the inhabitants were acting kind of normally, I guess. I don't really know. I've never really been to the Underdark, except for that time.
What I hear, you should consider yourselves lucky.
Was it supposed to kill us?
Told it is a rather dangerous and frightening creature. It is unfortunately something that we will have to take into account. Do you have any other information to present?
I will then summarize the rest of the journey because I can't really think of anything else in particular he'd be interested in.
The fact that the snuffed Liblin got fucked by the drow, but they're just recovering now. He might be interested in that. Probably knows that, actually.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
might be the
we've-
people trading with them.
Yeah.
We have some connections with their new settlement.
And then
What
also,
I hear, they prefer to trade with others from the deep. Matter of ease, I believe.
The Durga have a pet dragon, but from the looks of it, it can barely move.
I wonder how much it is their pet, or rather whether they are its.
And it definitely did some things they didn't enjoy. We returned a red dragon egg to it and it destroyed it.
You had dealings with the beast.
Well, unlike my friends here, I was not captured by drow. I was found by the Durga and forced to work for them. I basically worked directly under him.
Seems you have greater connections than I anticipated.
I wouldn't say connections. I believe he said he'd probably eat me if he saw me again.
You get a slight chuckle out of him. I would not put that past a dragon. Now, that is all. I would have you excused. I must consult with my advisors regarding this information. I will see you all again at tonight's feast.
okay. I don't know if Bupito's profession really matters.
Gives a slight wave of his hand, and the great doors into the hall are opened behind you.
Leica shall depart.
Three of you leave, and later on that evening, allowed to return again, this time to a great feast. This time, instead of just the three of you, also the representatives of different factions No, it's not fucking mushrooms. There are
There's
mushrooms. but
Stool's
it's not
cousin
just
chair.
mushrooms.
Why couldn't Stool have lived? Best boy or girl, I don't really know.
3 of you are seated at the high table with Bruno Battlehammer. Yes, the big boy table.
Does the rabbit get a booster seat?
It's just
Yeah.
a stack of unused books.
Yay!
I mean, it would be disrespectful if you weren't raised to the same level as us, you know?
Why the hell are we on the same level as the king? We're strangers.
We are guests of honor, kind of. I mean, for what I assume he's about to have us do.
He's probably making us feel important for the suicide mission he's about to send us on.
We some kind of suicide squad.
Please, enter the abyss so you may escape from the abyss.
You better have an elevator back there.
Complains about it, looks at the library situation.
For you are some of the faction representatives that some you have seen, some you have not. Among them are no, they don't get to sit at the big boy table.
They're excommunicated to the dick table.
They all brought forth to introduce themselves to you all and the king. The first, a human man who steps forward, gives a deep bow, says, Your Majesty and guests, and Lord Zelron Roaringhorn. And today I am here to represent the Harpers. Behind him is a shield guardian. And its control amulet is around his neck.
Pretty neat.
After him is a slightly older gentleman, accompanied by a I'm sure it's a legit golem. Yeah. You guys had one.
Like an actual
What if
magical
it's
construct.
what if it's the same one?
Yeah, it's the same one. This is the alternate timeline where the city didn't crash.
Yeah, that's true. It could be the same one from the alternate
Yeah.
timeline.
And
To be fair, a lot of the modules are not set in the same time period.
yeah, this is the alternate timeline where the city didn't crash, and so the Shield Guardian has eventually found its way into the hands of Waterdavian noble. Instead of being lost in the frozen north. Anyway, this gentleman is traveling with two younger women, one of which I'll have Jake describe.
SMR, sort of. Look, what basically just looks like an elf, but with weird eyes, because of Asama heritage. At the moment, she's just wearing a long, almost silverish cloak, covering most of her body with the symbol of a sword, with a gauntlet holding it. Two characters, pug. She has like long, brownish hair, and sort of elvish features.
Or if she's wearing something other than that cloak.
Well, under the cloak is normal clothing, but you can't really tell because there's a cloak.
I mean, I just felt like we should get the story straight.
No, only a cloak. Not even shoes.
This man stands at attention and then gives a formal bow before introducing himself. Your Majesty and guests, I am Sir Lan of Astrael, of the Order of the Gauntlet. Accompanying me are my squire, Real Vanis, and my companion, Kashara Naran. No, I am not posting images for any of these people, as they do not have them. Except Jake's character.
Just making sure I wasn't supposed to be looking somewhere.
No, I only have a picture for the king.
Okay.
But here, look. You can have these. The harpers. It's the banner for the Order of the Gauntlet.
Looks more like Order of the Sword, honestly.
Next, one of the dwarves steps forward. A dwarven woman. Also gives a formal bow. Your Majesty, guests. I am Marista Malkin, representing the Emerald Enclave. The king chuckles a little and... No need to be so formal, Morista. You are one of my own. She rises back up and says, "Thank you, my king." Before also moving on, here's Emerald Enclave. Then you are introduced to a half-elf noble who, at this point, I'm sick of making up random voices for them to say 5 words. Thus, he introduces himself as Lord Aravian Hound. A representative of the Lord's Alliance. And final introduction is for Davra Jasur, the representative of the Zentarim.
That's a pretty cool insignia. It's a dagger and like a winged serpent.
For the duration of the feast, you are free to mingle and speak with any of the faction representatives that you wish to.
Have we been? We haven't been told why we're here yet, have we?
Not yet.
Yeah, I could is just going to follow Laura up around if anything does happen. They don't care enough to talk to any of them.
We'll eat non-mushroom things.
Non-mushroom things. There are plenty of non-mushroom things.
Finally.
What have you have you been eating only mushrooms?
Well, I haven't been to the surface. For
I
this
guess that is
downtime.
true. You were wandering around in the Underdark.
I'm
It's
sure
a miracle
there's,
you survived.
Yeah.
There's really good drinks here, right?
Oh yeah.
Alright. Who's drinking the most out of all of these boys? We'll hang out with them.
That would be the first man you were introduced to. Lord Zelron Roaringhorn.
Or from Harper's.
Seems rather taken by the fanciful feasts and great dwarven ales and such presented tonight.
Not bad stuff, eh?
There are few places you can find a finer drink than in the king's halls of a dwarven hold.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be in one of these places. It's a bit surreal.
Finding a taste for it, are you? Might
Hmm.
be a little drab if you have to go back to a life without such luxury.
Well, I can stick to the Elf Song Tavern. It's better than most. Can't beat this though.
It's not bad. It's such renown as you currently have. Could always make something of it.
Are you looking for employees?
Not really. I just mean with your current position being invited as a guest of honor by the king himself. Sounds like the prime opportunity for you.
Well, I'd basically do anything that'd keep me out of the Underdark. I'm sure one of these lords has use of a decent sword.
Perhaps, if you ask around, I'm sure you could find someone.
Let me just close my window.
Laurel, you...
I will pick 2 people at random. I forget which ones they were. Here they are. Let's go with the Lord's Alliance and Order of the Gauntlet. I'll ask them, like, if they got the sending message as well. How did they get here? Do you know what we're here for?
Starting with the Order of the Gauntlet, the Knight. You're like, whoa, whoa, slow down, little one. Yes, I myself, although I believe, well, not myself, but our order received a message coming from the king. I was sent as our representative, brought along my faithful squire, one of our newer recruits.
Must be something important if all these representatives are here, right? Do you know what it could be?
We were given a summary regarding some goings-on in the Underdark that required some looking into. And my own order has received its own reports, threats rising in the deep and such. Perfect opportunity to have some of our members go on a rightful crusade.
Do you think all these other orders will have the same idea?
From what I've seen, I'm not so sure. Some of them don't seem particularly interested in this threat. As if they don't believe it to be a real problem to those of us on the surface. I'm not so sure it is myself, but I just want to destroy evil wherever it may be. And if that happens to be in the Underdark, then we will go to the Underdark. To root it out before it can become a problem for the rest of us.
That's nice and noble.
Well, just between you, me, and my squire, we usually send some of our candidates down. The Underdark is somewhat of a proving ground for our order. To hear that the balance below is disturbed is a problem for us as much as anyone who lives down there, I imagine.
Coincidentally, the Underdark is a proving ground for myself as well, though for different reasons.
Oh, tell, what are you seeking to prove?
I'm seeking
to
to
who?
prove myself to the Raven Queen, as I'm one of her disciples. I'm on a quest of sorts.
Ah! Another of faith, I see. You and I believe, will get along rather well.
Quite. Apologies, my name is Laura, by the way.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Lorup. I believe I introduced myself earlier, but once again, I am Sir Laniver Strail. Is
Thank you.
my pleasure.
I'll go on my tippy toes and shake his hand. And then go have the same conversation with the Lord's Alliance dude.
Right. The Lord's Alliance. The half-elf noble. You do know there are also a lot of other people that have been invited to this feast, but none of them
been
were
introduced?
given Yeah, they weren't given
Sure.
introductions. Just the 5 representatives.
We didn't skip through this conversation if they say the same thing.
Not at all.
Oh, okay. This time I'll start with, "Hi, I'm Lorup."
It's the Lord Aravian, who was having a conversation with several other people at the feast, and turns and he looks a little confused at first before looking down to spot you. It's like, apologies. Lord Aravian, you were up at the high table, were you not?
Yes, I was called to Gauntlgrim by the king himself. Still not really sure why, though. Why were you called here?
From what I have been told, I've been summoned to provide assistance to the king on a mission of utmost importance, though the details of which I have yet to hear.
I suppose we'll get answers soon.
Yes. Though such meetings will come after this feast. As he touches on the word slightly, looking around at all of the other people present.
How are people doing for weapons, by the way? Are all these representatives armed?
From what you have seen, yes.
Okay.
When you were speaking with Sir Laniver, you noted that he had a great sword and a heavy crossbow.
He is a knight, that is fair.
Lord Aravian appears to have a group of assistants and guards, but he himself has a rapier. His servants are halflings, and his guards are human.
That's interesting. What is the Lords' Alliance stake in all of this?
The Alliance is simply that, a coalition of cities spread throughout the north and the Sword Coast who maintain diplomacy and cooperation. Grim may be relatively new, but it is important that we ensure that they are part of our alliance and not a potential threat.
I see.
Not long ago, this city was overrun by the Drow.
Oh, I did not know that. Thank you.
Your turn, Swan. What stake do you have in all this? Must surely be someone of great import to be seated with the king. That the rest of you enjoy the feast as over the rest of the evening it slowly winds down. Guests start to depart. Bruno excuses himself. Shortly after, a servant comes to collect you and take you to a private chamber where the King of Gauntlgrim awaits you.
Man, the King of Gauntlgrim is just inviting us everywhere.
See, his previous friendly manner from the feast has turned more grave. I've told the allies you met tonight what you told me. I invited them here to learn what is happening, to share what we know, to get their backing for what it is I propose. Ye have braved the Underdark and lived to tell the tale. Ye know better than anyone what it is we face, but we need to know more. The Zentarim have a stake in a secret Underdark out trading post called Mental Dareth. If you can get them on our side, they'll guide you there, where you can meet with one of their agents, Gazrim Dulok. He can provide you with a map to Graven Hollow. It is a legendary place built by the stone giants long ago, said to contain all knowledge of the depths. If there's answers to be found for what happened, you might find them there. If ye are willing to go back, that is.
Hmm.
We've put on a nice feast, but it's gonna take a lot more than that to get me to go back down there. So a lot of people die in the short time I was down there. Don't plan on going back.
Well, I don't propose to send you into the dark unprepared. If it's a reward, an enticement to do the job hereafter, I can negotiate compensation for your service. Grim has considerable space. I can offer titles, property, and the products of the Great Forge.
I don't know. I suppose a house sounds kind of nice.
Zach will start taking some stuff off of his back and just put it on the ground in front of him. It's all wrapped up so you can't really see what it is. Well, I'm sure whoever you send down there will need this.
Reach forward and open it.
That's Brayden's +1 shield and gift of Gleb. It's not really my style.
That is unfortunate.
You really shouldn't give those things away. Those were Brayton's.
Like I said, give them to the next person who goes with you.
You're not interested then. You are excused.
Just pat Ica and Lorp on the shoulder. Good luck.
And you as well. I
Your
might see
lodgings
you
within
again.
the city tonight have already been organized, so you may rest before you make your way to wherever it is you find yourself headed.
Thanks for the drinks. And he'll just walk out.
Gives you a nod. Then whispers something to one of his servants who also runs off.
Kill that man.
Poison the food you bring to his room.
Don't let him leave the city alive.
He knows too much.
After that, he will turn to Lorop and say, "Oh, things you can take with you, obviously. Any products of the Great Forge that you desire may be taken home. I assure you, if this mission is successful, you will have not only my gratitude, but that of all Faerun. Sizable reward will await your success."
I don't really think I need very much more than a house. I just kind of want somewhere where I can just exist. Sounds kind of nice.
That is more than manageable. Now, at this point, the door is opened and the servant returns with Josh. Would you like to describe your character?
Sure. Keeping a very stoic and grim-looking face about himself, but obviously paying heed and respect. This dwarf is waylaid by heavier-looking split mail, a ornately made shield that symbols the Forge Father, Morden, as well as hefting a warhammer at his side. You can see on his belt buckle symbology of the Forge Father as well, Morden. Beautifully braided beard going all the way down, multiple gold rings to keep it all tight knit, and amongst that well-kept armor is a set of equipment, obviously always at the ready whenever called or beckoned for the king's court. Standing at 4'3" is Thorner Strongtail. Also, Hazel Eyes, if you needed to know.
I did, thank you.
Makes a gesture towards Connor and says, "This is one of my own. Like I said, I do not plan to send you into the dark unprepared. But I hope that you can make a strong impression on those who are gathered here today, so that they will lend their own support to our cause and mission. From all I've seen and heard, there's no one better to do what needs to be done." Representatives will remain in this city a while. I hope you make time to meet with them all individually. Emphasize the importance of this mission. And get any aid that you can from them. The most important one being the Zentarim. It is through them that we find Graven Hollow.
Are we gonna leave this with our armor covered in NASCAR sponsorships?
Yes.
Goddamn.
You cannot secure the aid of the Zentarim. The journey to locate Graven Hollow will be much longer and far more difficult. That's the case, they do not think of it as asking for favors. You simply need to convince these groups that this mission is of the utmost importance.
If we do need to convince them, can I ask you why it's so bad that the giant tentacle monster is in the lake? Because I still don't really understand why it's that bad.
Demon you described, Demogorgon, should not be in the Underdark at all. Its home lies within the Abyss. As such, ancient, powerful evils are rising. We do not want them to continue on their path and ascend from the darkness below into the world above.
So you're saying there's a bunch of Lehman Gorgoons down there?
Well, I can only pray that Demogorgon is the only one that we have to worry about. Other demon lords are ascending, then this will be a far greater threat than any of us can handle. This is why you need to find Graven Hollow. Find out what is going on and how to stop it.
Alright, well that makes a little bit more sense.
I'm happy to hear it. All excused. Wish you luck in convincing the representatives to lend their aid to our cause. I myself cannot perform much of the negotiations myself. If I appear to be leaning favorably towards any one individual faction, it will only carry misfavor and misfortune from the others.
So asking for favors and make the other ones angry.
If the king does it, yes. Making deals with individuals, I imagine, would hold no problem for them. But as king, I must remain unbiased, even in appearance.
Okay then. Zachary Arbor is pushed down the stairs for the final time. Otherwise known as the stairway to hell.
Okay, yeah, be right back. Walks into the hallway, firestorm. What's that noise? He tripped.
Excused, led out of the Vault of Kings.
Wait, King,
Oh.
please.
Oh,
Laura is typing.
and what we could use to persuade them. Okay.
I'm just a little rabbit.
I'm just a
I
little
am
wab. Will you
small.
help me?
Please.
Spare a few coins.
I
You
believe
kind sir.
that you would be better to speak with them yourself, though my understanding is that the organization No. Prying into such matters may carry some missed.
Right, I understand.
Some may be mistaken if I would pry myself.
I was just
I cannot
hoping
think of
that
the correct
you
word right
already
now.
knew. But that is fine.
My understanding is that they are an ambitious lot.
Then we shall ask them their ambitions. Just the three of us.
Don't think I've ever needed to convince somebody of something before. This will be difficult.
Don't worry, I'll do it. I'm pretty cute.
That's the ones holding the access to Mantle Dareth. You must win their favor, no matter what.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch when all that was explained. We're asking them for a map to Ravenhollow?
Yes, they have the way to Graven Hollow, but it requires access to Mantle Dareth. And you'll need their favor to gain access.
So is Mantle Dareth a person they have access to?
No, it's a trading post.
Who's got
Trading
a friend to
post.
look? Is that the representative?
Is one of their agents who I have been told will provide you with a map to Graven Hollow.
Okay.
And he's in Mantle Dareth.
Correct. Which is why
You see-
we need the favor of the Zentarim here, so that you may access Mantle Dareth.
See, there's the confusion, because the name Mental Dareth sounded like it was another person. It's like they have access to another person.
The whole
Is the map maker in prison?
Honestly,
Alright.
that might have made things easier. Any further questions?
Okay, so the Zentrum are who we need to talk to, but the other ones we can talk to if we want, like, small favors.
If you can curry their favor, they will be able to provide you with additional assistance.
Okay.
What assistance they provide, I imagine, would depend on the group.
Ranging from manpower to equipment to information, I assume.
I expect as much.
Alright, let's get to it.
Right. You are excused and led out of the Vault of Kings, but for real this time.
Hey!
Hooray!
And it is now nighttime, post feast.
Sure.
What do you wish to do?
Locate the Zentrum first. That's the conversation that needs to happen.
Post feast is the best time.
Yeah, everyone's stuffed and happy.
It's true. They're catatonic, so they won't remember what they're agreeing to.
Yeah, they're in food coma afterglow.
All right. What?
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 I'm typing out my explanation. Ignore it for right now.
Food
Uh,
coma, bliss.
So right now, just after the feast.
Oh,
Oh, I see. It's the easiest time to meet up with any of the individuals, so you just seek out the representative of the Zentarim, Davra Jasur.
please don't make me guess.
I mean, you were introduced to all of them. It's not that difficult. There's no guessing.
The spelling of the name.
Ah, okay. Davra Jasur.
Dave Rowe like the fish egg and Jasur.
Fish egg in the sewer.
Don't put the fish egg in the sewer.
Fish egg and sewer.
That's how you get fish monsters.
Ah, but no crab monster.
I'll walk up to their legs and say, "Excuse me, Devra Jasur?"
You're like, Look down. Look down and be like, oh. One of the king's guests.
Indeed. Myself and my fellows are looking to embark on a quest, and we require access to Mantle Dareth. I was told that you have the means to do that.
He raises an eyebrow and just. This is a conversation better had somewhere else. If you'll meet me at my own chambers later,
Oh,
we can have a more direct and private conversation regarding this mission of yours.
very well. I will see you after.
You'll also be given directions to which of the guest lodgings she's
Right.
staying in.
Okay.
Okay, now I guess let's go talk to the other ones.
Yeah, shall we go down the list in order? Harper's?
Sure, I suppose. Hopefully they don't all want to meet us in their rooms in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be awkward.
I guess we could split
We've
up.
got 5 meetings in the space of 10 minutes.
It's like those shows where they're like, I'm gonna bring 2 people to the prom and just keep switching costumes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could split up and see, like, a couple of them.
Yeah, I don't think I could get success talking to anybody.
Yeah,
But you could
Uh,
try.
I'll speak to the Harper's representative.
Alright. It takes a little longer to find him. But he is currently he has left the feast gone like directly to a tavern and has started drinking at the tavern.
Oh. So not in the king's palace?
No, not in the palace anymore.
Okay,
This is
well,
after the feast. He's just gone out to the tavern to keep drinking.
Shall
No,
I
I
go
think
and
we
try
went-
and pursue that?
we can all go together later.
Hopefully he does not get too deep in his cups.
Or maybe he does.
Fair.
Alright, I'll try Order of the Gauntlet. I know that one. We find Sir Laniver Strail.
Find Sir Laniver Strail, currently speaking to his squire while his companion, aka Other Jake,
Hmm.
is
They were in Asima?
Asimar looking.
Looking, okay, sure. Find out later.
with them.
No, but
Her own
Wait.
opinions on Sir Laniver's tales that he gives to his squire is entirely up to Jake.
hmm?
Essentially, right now, Jake, Sir Laniver is telling a tale of one of his old exploits or something to do with his old buddies.
The
to
Iron Father's
his-
rise to good.
To his squire as some part of some lesson.
Oh, she's definitely watching and paying attention and probably stuffing her face with as much food as possible. Even though the feast is already over.
You know, just a bunch of food you took with you.
Or we'll stand next to Laniver and wait for a break in the story. Up to 10 minutes.
I'll just like finish my mouthful and like, sir.
Like as you're doing it, like so, me and my three buddies rode forth into the orcs and yes,
We have a guest.
Hmm?
One of the Delvers.
Hi.
Oh, Miss Lorop,
Yes.
pleasure to see you again.
So,
Just
since we have last spoken, I have learned that me and my fellows will be undertaking a quest into the Underdark, not unlike your initiations.
yes, I heard a little of what was going on from the king during that feast.
I say, if you would want to have one of those initiations, it would be much safer to go together with us.
Yeah, raises an eyebrow and turns toward Kishara. Well, does seem like a prime opportunity for your little trial.
It's what you wish, Sir Laniver.
These initiations, you don't go down here alone, do you?
No, never.
Right.
Friendship, camaraderie, very important among the Order. We almost never send anyone alone. Working in pairs and small groups reinforces friendships and helps keep our members from straying from the path of righteousness.
Quite right you are. And we offer companionship and camaraderie. How about it?
Solves the great dilemma. Would have had to wait months, maybe even years, before we had someone else we could have sent down with Kashara.
Yes.
If she is willing, then I do not see why she should not join you.
I assume we are to return her in one piece to Gracklstoke? Not that one. The other one. Go on to Crib.
Yes, return her to Gracklstoke.
You can pick her up there.
Once I've proven myself, I can make my way back to Neverwinter alone quite capably. If you will, sir. You'll allow me.
Of course! Sounds like a prime opportunity. In fact, as both thanks for offering to take my Kashara down, as well as being assistance for this noble quest. He reaches behind him and pulls a warhammer off his back and holds it out to you, Laura.
Look at it. And then I look to either side, looking for someone bigger.
Aika is standing somewhat close to you, just watching.
Thanks. I'll take the one.
Depths are quite dangerous. Take this with you, in hopes that it may help you all return in one piece. You get a +1 warhammer.
Alright. Lovely.
While the Warhammer using we do.
Looks at the dwarf who just joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to.
I know, just laughing.
I've like dropped the head of the warhammer so it's resting on the ground, and I'm looking around behind me, and I lock eyes with Thana. Would you?
Of course, miss. I'll pick it up one-handed and just hold it to my side.
Great. Thank you.
I don't recall seeing you earlier. Are you coming too?
I'm going to avenge some kin down there. I've heard the stories. And personally requested with the king that I be able to go down to prove myself, but also to seek revenge on some of the creatures down there.
In addition, to ensure your safe passage, or at least that you return, I can organize for 5 of our veterans to accompany you.
Oh shit.
It'd be a high honor, sir.
Not sure how dangerous it will be down here. Quite dangerous, I'm sure. Are you willing to put your resources here?
Well then, I've been informed of the threat of the demon below. It will be an honor for our men to head down and hope to destroy such evil.
Quite right.
It is our sworn duty, after all.
We will gladly accept the help.
It's respectable.
Next down the list is the Emerald Enclave.
What the fuck?
How you pronounce it, right?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. It's a nice
It's-
war symbol you got there.
It's one of the gods that the Lord of the Gauntlet respect.
Fucking god. So, with that single line, it's like instantly tight knit friend.
Nice.
Yeah, for reference, looking at Solaniver, he is clearly a follower of Tyr.
Hell yeah.
Literal god of justice.
With one sentence, Tharner has solidified his friendship with these people.
Yeah. After looking at Jake's character sheet and browsing over like the groups, the Order of the Gauntlet straight up has listed the Underdark has always been a proving ground for candidates of the Order, as well as a frequent destination for like veterans looking to smite evil.
Oh, easy.
And I was like, perfect.
Fucking
Alright.
hell.
Finding Morrister. Who actually lives here.
Nice.
Bit more difficult weather.
Should I just put the +1 on Tharner now? For the shield and the
We-
Warhammer?
We don't want it. What does Kashara have? She got weapons.
I
Naked.
would have given it to you if you were
Only
coming with
wearing a
us.
cloak.
I believe we established they're wearing something other than just a cloak. They have a stick and they have a cloak.
Lewd. Okay. You don't want a Warhammer. That's good.
No, if I was proficient in it, I could turn it into a monk weapon, but no.
All yours, Thana.
More than happy and honored to wield this.
Is Morrister some kind of dwarf then?
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
Josh,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to, but if you want, you can change your token. Otherwise, it's gonna look like this.
Hold
It's an
on.
amazing token.
Just
Nice.
just a wee bit squished.
Yeah.
Eh. Allow me to.
That's just how dwarves are, dude.
Well, it's supposed to look more like here.
Dwarves are just a
Like-
bit low
All
res.
the way down here.
Gwimch.
He's been goober stomped, dude.
Listen, he's hefting a lot of heavy equipment around. He's got like 18 two-hand. No. But yeah, I'll go select that into a token real fast.
But you do eventually find Morrister. is not particularly busy at the moment. Looks over your wants. Guest of the king. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I am Lorup, and these are my companions.
Hello.
We are
Gives
about to.
you all a nod, Laura. Companions.
Well, I could introduce half of us, but then there are just veterans.
Oh, they're not with you yet.
Okay.
Yeah, did you even bring me, or am I still with the
Yeah.
Renova?
I mean, come
You would
with
be
if you
invited
want.
along.
Yeah, you,
Alright.
We tell you that we're getting some information, which is important to where you will be going.
Would I know if there are any, like, rivalries between the factions? Like, say, if this group was working with the Order of the Gauntlet, another group would be like, haha, no.
roll me just an intelligence check. No, history, if you have it.
Oh, wait. Did I dump int? No, I didn't. It's only a 0.
Only 0.
It could have been a -2.
Ooh. What did you dump? I wonder. Is it strength?
Should have dumped sanity, but I forgot it existed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, real quick. Jake and Josh, you just have standard dark vision?
Yes,
Yes, I do.
pretty sure. Let me check, but I'm pretty sure it's standard.
What about our veterans?
Oh yeah, they're probably human.
Yep.
Yes, the veterans are human.
No!
That's no issue.
I tried, guys. I came back as someone with dark vision. You can't blame me. Yeah, 60 feet dark vision.
Don't worry, they'll die soon enough.
I'm sure the tunnel will collapse on them.
Yeah. Alright, take your bets. How many veterans will we finish this campaign with?
1.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards 1.
There's only one that we like, and he'll manage to survive every fight.
2.
Like, we'll get down to 2 or
No,
3,
no.
and then
One-
they'll start having names.
One will die on the last
What do you mean?
session.
What do you mean? That's when they'll start having names.
Names
I've
we
got
care
names for
about.
all of them.
One will,
Until there's less than 5, that's too many names to remember.
much like Eldith, one will die at the very last moment before freedom.
Lamar. One day from retirement.
Exactly.
It's so sad. We could have had Eldith coming down with us again. It would have been so great.
Yeah.
And then we got boy Eldith.
Boy,
With
Eldith.
hit points.
Real hit points and real spells.
yeah.
Okay, you'll find.
And magical equipment out the ass.
So I have an excuse to use this map that I probably shouldn't have bothered to upload, given that I had no plans to use any of the potential combat encounters that happen in this place. You can find. What's her name? Morrister here in the Forges, and then I'll put you on the Forge map.
Hey,
This cool Forge map I got.
it's basically where I live.
Any rivalries between factions with a 13?
From your understanding, while they may have some like minor rivalries, working together with a small group such as this, they don't have much of a problem. It's more like how the king described. Issues could arise if, you know, a ruler or you know, kingdom
favors one more than the others.
Yeah, I think the Harpers exist like specifically to stop that from happening. My Roll20 is dying right now. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
I had to refresh.
I see a white screen.
A lovely lava-based map. Nice.
The lighting down here is a little dimmer.
Refreshing
Anyway.
Roll20 was a mistake.
Yeah, it did take me into my game for a
Oof.
bit.
Kidnapped immediately.
2 days.
So anyway, where were we? Speaking with Marister. As to what do I owe the pleasure? You said
Laura and companions.
Laura. Yes, and she made a joke about. And then we started discussing the fact that the
Right.
veterans weren't actually with you yet.
Where are they?
Oh,
No, they're not.
Oh, I loaded. There it goes.
asked what the Emerald Enclave represents.
What we represent? Well, it's, a group against the corruption of nature. For the most part, rangers, scouts, and druids. Those who live among the wild and seek to preserve it.
Do these wilds extend to the Underdark?
The Underdark itself is full of nature as well as those who seek to corrupt it. From our understanding, demonic corruption will not be contained within the Underdark for long. It will eventually break through to the surface, and if we wait that long, it might be too late to stop it.
Yes, the business with the Demogorgon and whatever else is down there.
This is a job of rather high regard for the king to be issuing it himself. One of my own scouts, a wood elf named Sladus Vadir, disappeared on a mission into the Underdark.
Is that the... No.
Gladys Vadir. What
The
were they
one-
scouting?
It was a relatively simple mission. Head in, gather information, you know, as a good scout does. They have yet failed to bring it back. I would hope that if you stumble upon him, you might see him safely back to Gontalgrim. But I know your mission is important, that you cannot spare the time to make such a detour.
We will
Sent.
keep our eyes and ears out for your scout.
Oh, that's all well and nice, but I will offer 3 of my own, some dwarven scouts to accompany you and to help bring him back if you find him. Can additionally provide each of you with a mount if you need one.
Oh. What? What would serve as a mount down here? Is it spiders?
Ah, better. Lizards.
Ah,
Studia in the OD eat
good.
the
I
bastards.
hate spiders. We will gladly accept this help. And promise to return with your scout alive and well.
I think you shouldn't make promises you don't know if you can keep.
Well, we will try our hardest.
If you find him, I would appreciate his return.
Do I get a little lizard?
No, a wood elf. You can probably ride along with one of the others.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
ride the wood elf.
I will ride the wood elf.
That's honestly what I heard.
Yeah, diving. Don't be silly. You will get a wood elf, not a lizard.
This
You
is
bring,
more of a-
you bring
Am I
amounts
going
for
to
all
stand
our veterans, or
I'll see what I can do.
Yes, we do have a sizable party.
Hmm.
Not sure I can spare that many.
Would make transporting supplies very easy.
Yes, if not for riding, at least pack mules would be very helpful.
so I assume a party this large would consume a lot of food.
Right,
pretty quickly.
and I'm not sure how far away Michael Dareth is. And Gravenholder.
Something to find out, I suppose.
Indeed. Is there anything else you want us to accomplish while we're down there?
The good king's mission, if you can. It was by my respect for him that I am lending you aid.
We do appreciate it. Next is the Lord's Alliance. Let's go talk to Lord Aravian.
This forge map is really cool.
And the music.
Yeah, so the music, by the way, shout out to what was it?
It's not official?
No. I got this off of. I originally found it on YouTube. I was looking to see if anyone, if there was like an actual official like rendition of the Canticle of Gauntlgrim. And in the process, instead found Vorpal Lance Music, who these have relatively low views as well, but they did an entire unofficial soundtrack for Out of the Abyss.
Ah! Have you got all their work loaded?
I've got this one.
Go.
Look, with how close I was cutting it on the info for this session, I wasn't going to take the time to upload all of the rest of their music.
Fair enough.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah.
But I can also provide... Ooh, no, I won't. I was going to say I can provide a link to the playlist in our Discord, but...
Next song called Getting Murdered playing Timu Gorgon.
Yes, a lot of the names are based on the chapters of the adventure, and
Fair enough.
some of that is very much spoilers. So I will provide some links to some of the other tracks for things that you have already done, but the rest of it will have to wait.
Okay.
Although I will say one thing. One of them, I can't tell you the actual title, but it has it's been given, like a lot of them have two titles, so like there's, Gracklestag, the City of Blades, because Gracklestag is also called the City of Blades. One of them, its second title, it just says Rip and Tear. So that'll be
Great.
fun. That's always good music, though. That's for you guys to kick ass. Anyway, the ones that have passed, I'll link in the chat later. But a lot of this is going to get used from here on in, because there's a lot of good stuff here.
That's good.
That's also why I also linked that one from Grime Noir in here. It was before all of this discussion. It was Grime Noir Shield Dwarf Gauntlgrim. That one was also pretty good. But
Grime Noir appears to be Russian, and I wasn't going to take any chances on that one. Mostly because I had no idea what any of the descriptions for the videos said. Yeah, the stuff by Lance Vocal Music was just beautiful. So, moving on to the Lord's Alliance. At this point, I will say it is rather late.
Probably gets to the big one then.
Well, I was going to say you can assume that anyone you would like to talk to has probably gone back to their own chambers at this point.
Sure. Well, I'm supposed to see them in their chambers anyway. Let's do the Zentarim conversation.
To Davragis's chamber as requested. Let in the table has already been set. No food or anything, just some chairs so that you all have a place to sit across from her. So, I have a good idea of what it is you're after.
You are wrong. We want 1,000,000 rations.
I figure an expedition like this would need something like that. Although you'd be better off heading to merchants in the city than coming to me about it.
Is this sensitive information? Is that why we are meeting in private?
As you might have been informed, Mantle Dareth is a secret trading post.
Ah, I missed that part.
Gaining access to it is, of course, also secret. It's not information we give out to just anyone.
Would you give it out to those going on a grand quest?
That depends on what I get out of this grand quest.
In general, this should result in the safety of the realm, but is there something more specific you would like?
Well, if you're asking, I'd like a full share of the treasure. Leans forward a little. A full share of any treasure you find on this incursion into the Underdark. And to report to me any information given to Bruno and to the other faction leaders.
Well, we are not here to find treasure, and all information will be spread to everyone.
We will find things along the way. It's going to happen.
I expect a trip such as yours to find some goods.
What portion would you require?
If I stated a full share. You know, as in, when your group finds treasure, you all get a share, and so do I.
Ah, as if you were there. I see.
Precisely.
Oh god, we've got... Are we including the scouts and the veterans?
Oh
We're now
yeah, we're
including the
splitting the
scouts.
XP 14 ways.
We're now
God.
including the scouts and the veterans only to spite this deal.
Also, I don't believe the veterans would want a share each, but like they'd all count as one share.
Are the veterans not good enough? They're veterans.
Yeah, but they're honorable.
I'm willing to
They're
split
just
it
here
their
to
way
kill
because I'm
demons.
confident they will die at some point.
They're just here to kill demons, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't even ask for treasure.
I don't really see any reason to disagree. It's not like we really care. Well, at least I don't really care about treasure.
Yes, these terms are acceptable.
Perfect. Now, she looks over at Kishara. Who else is joining this expedition?
Those you see before you, as well as 5 from the Order of the Gauntlet, and 3 from the Emerald Enclave.
I assumed the veterans traveled with me, so I'd be able to name them.
Yes.
I named them. And then I say, I assure you none from the Order will reveal your secrets.
I expect as much. But it sounds like the group is well rounded. Saves me from having to spare some of my own mercenaries.
We
I'll arrange
do
for your
have a
access
large.
to Mental Dareth.
What sort of access is this? Is it simply a map, or do we need some kind of passcode?
That is information I don't really have right now.
Ah, I see. We thank you for this
They hand us a
information.
sealed envelope and some rocks.
Open this in 5 days.
You'll be amazed at the results.
Say 9 out of 10 dentists agree, you'll be amazed.
Or we'll lean over the table and shake hands.
Access into Mental Dareth is hidden in secret. I'll give you instructions on just how to enter it. Further, I, personally, will accompany you there. But I will go no further.
Okay. Is it far? How many days travel do you guess? It's okay, you can tell me later.
Yeah, I will tell you later,
Insert travel time.
I see.
because that's something I also don't know yet.
All good. Okay.
That seems reasonable.
Rossen.
Do we care to talk to the Harpers or the Lord's Alliance?
You already talked to the Harpers, didn't you? Oh no, it was in the pub.
Harper's
They're
were
at
in
the
the
pub.
bar.
Lord's
Yeah.
Alliance. We just haven't gotten to them yet.
I feel like Lord's Alliance is like one of the most important ones out of all of them. Other than these guys.
Right?
Just because they're rich.
Rich.
Oh.
But the Harpers still might be awake. It is really, really late. And they're probably just getting drunk in the bar still.
It's always the morning. Alright, we'll do...
Maybe if you buy him a drink, he'll give you what you want.
Yeah, maybe. We'll do Lord's Alliance first, because you said they are more important.
Well, the Lord's Alliance is made up of lords.
Find Lord Aravian in his room, probably.
Alright. Seek out his room, being the guest of the king. It's not hard for you to get directions. The door is answered by one of the Lord's servants. You are admitted. Oh, Lord Aravian seems a little perturbed.
Sorry to disturb you, Lord Aravian.
Is there something important going on?
Did we like wake him from bed?
Probably.
Is that what this looks like?
It would be rude to wake him and then leave, so we're going to continue.
Roll an insight.
He was diving into the second beard.
You didn't wake him, but it's clear that he was preparing for bed. As it is rather late now.
Just a moment of your time. Tomorrow, me and my fellows are going in deep into the Underdark. And we were wondering if there was...
So soon? What's the rush?
There's not really any direct reason to rush, but the sooner the better. Evil forces are growing as we speak.
The Underdark is always full of evil forces.
As of late, there have been enough that the King of Gauntlgrim has warranted this mission.
Well, their own little fancies don't concern me much. The king is just paranoid. The city lies atop the shallowest layers of the Underdark. I suspect having only recently reclaimed it from the Drow, that he still carries a fear that they might come back. Hardly a cause for concern for the rest of us.
You have little stake in this, then?
Don't see why I should have any.
Then I apologize for keeping you up. I was going to ask if there was anything we could do for you during our journey.
No. There is one thing. And this is less something you can do for me. Rather, the Lord's Alliance has an operative in the Underdark. One Kalessa Draga. I would ask simply to not just attack any drow you encounter without confirming it isn't Kalessa. I would hate for this expedition to destroy our little operation.
Very well, we will keep that in mind.
That is all. I would like some rest.
Of course. I give him a nod and I leave.
Alright. Anything else?
Yes, how did you spell that name?
the draw go on.
Skyrim Draugr.
Yeah, I know. This one.
I think it's a bit weird that he doesn't care about the drow, but is keeping an eye on them.
Might be a higher stake than we possibly do, or something that they desire. They don't want us to know that they want.
I assume we are on a need-to-know basis with the Alliance, and we do not need to know their business here. Simply stay out of their way.
This way, I prefer the order. Everyone's honest.
I agree with that. And fittingly, we are going to end this night in a tavern. Go find the Harbour Man.
Best way to end a night before an expedition.
Right you are.
Alright. You head back to the tavern. Finding that Lord Zelron is seated at a table playing a game of dragon chess with one of the other
Lovely.
patrons. Even a quick glance at the board says that he is dominating his opponent.
Who's he playing against? Just a tavern goer?
Yeah, just a just a random dwarf.
Right. Has he got a drink in front of him?
Currently,
I will order one of those drinks and put it next to that one.
pause for a minute and look up at you. What? Think I can't afford my own?
No, I'm simply eager to watch this match. Doing well.
More than well, I'd say.
Don't let me interrupt you. I have a conversation to have, but after.
Conversation, is it? I suppose I should stop playing around then. See, with a few quick moves, he ends the match.
Love it.
Making it rather apparent that he had prolonged this game just for the sake of it.
Oof.
And the dwarf grunts in frustration, just hears, I'm gonna need another drink, and wander off back to the bar.
So, Lord Zilron of the Harpers, I am Laura. Pleasure to meet you.
Miss Lorop, guest of the king. The pleasure is all mine. See, as he takes a sip from the drink, he's resetting the chessboard. You interested in a game?
I am afraid I don't know all of the rules. The game would definitely be over before the conversation is.
Well, looks over your companions.
Do any of you know how to play?
I'll gladly take a seat. I'll try to challenge your mind while you discuss matters.
Perfect.
So, what is it that you'd like to discuss, Miss Lorop?
As you may know, the king has asked me and my companions to embark on a quest down into the Underdark, and I was wondering, what is your stake in all of this?
My stake. Hang on.
No, it's not. So it'd be less. So that would be a 9.
For the opening for the game, he rolled a natural 20.
Oof.
You are instantly put on the defensive. He seems rather well versed with this. Now, the Harpers, the group sworn to put an end to unbridled evil in all its forms. Demon lords prey on the weak and corrupt the innocent. There's no greater time than now for us to act.
Knowing that our goals are the same, would you be willing to offer any help into our quest?
I could, on a condition.
I would hear it.
Thana, make me another Dragon Chess set. Ooh,
Nice.
not bad. If you can manage to beat me, with his modifier, that is a 23.
Oh,
Oof.
come on, Fauna.
This check is unfortunately a best of 3, as you fail to recover from being from the poor start and quickly defeated.
Damn.
So if I can beat you, then.
Sure. You can try again if you want. Though it is a little late. Feel we can fit one more game in before I head to bed.
I'll try and put the best of my abilities in.
Fauna, our champion, we believe in you. Yeah. Quick, use your monk skills to grapple him so he can't make any moves.
Yeah.
Your timer ran out.
Good opening. I'll roll these ones publicly.
God damn, he's good.
Of course he is.
Yeah, having a little more time to actually, like, eye him up and down. This man, clearly with a lot of experience in playing Dragon Chess, is also a wizard.
Int based. No.
This match will also take an entire hour, but make another check.
I will buy a round of drinks for everybody here.
Whoa.
Do we have special?
Rolling good, my
Do
dude.
we have special fucking inspiration? Can't remember.
No, you have regular inspiration.
All right.
We have regular.
Surely you don't need it for that.
Still, these are some good rolls.
You could only get 3 higher.
Oh.
Same with the last one. Oh, what
Nice.
is this?
Started off strong, maintaining the advantage, but gonna have to roll again.
Please. Fuck.
Oh, God.
Alright.
He's good.
That puts the advantage back on his side. One last check to determine. Oh, actually, no.
It's 1 for 1, right?
1 for 1 tied.
This is. No, because it's supposed to be best of 3.
But there was a tie.
Yeah? You ever heard of a stalemate?
So actually stalemated him.
Okay, what does that mean then?
It's technically not a win. Technically, wait. Either you both lose or you both win.
Stalemate is you both lose.
We beat him,
Well,
but he beat us.
with a very
Did I?
cheeky grin, I'll kind of look to him like, well, did say if I beat you, never said if I won.
I don't know if you losing as well counts as beating me, but it was certainly quite the match. Alright. When you get back, I want a rematch, alright?
I can promise you that.
He reaches behind his neck and unclips and puts the amulet for the shield guardian on the table. She's all yours. Take good care
Oh.
of her.
God.
I will politely take that. Thank you kindly.
He's back. Fister has returned.
Miss Laurel.
No, surely it has a name already.
I believe this would be most beneficial to you.
Yeah, a mount you can control.
Right, can't believe I get another one.
I pass you the amulet, since you have given me the honor of this immaculate hammer from the other lordship.
Thank you. This is an honor.
And don't worry. Next time, I'll be the winner. Gotta keep everything even.
We'll see about that, won't we?
Delightful times. Suppose we should head back to our quarters. As much as I'd like to grab a drink, further on from what we've done, We still have an expedition to finish planning.
Well, the match took an hour. I assume we drank a little. Also, how much were those drinks, Rosie?
The drinks like 5 copper each.
Okay, and there's 4 of us plus the harper. That's 3 silver pieces.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Back, baby. I can put spells in him.
Oh my god.
Instead of having a 4th level healing word, he can have a 3rd level fireball.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
I will note, it actually comes with a spell already in it.
Oh,
It's
Right.
lightning bolt.
Pretty good.
fires lightning bolt in the first battle. I run up and quickly slap Spirit Guardians into him.
No, only the one wearing the amulet can put
Damn it.
spells in it.
That would be funny as shit.
I mean, I could give it to you over a short rest.
That's true.
Yeah.
Load it in the chamber for you.
It's true. And this one's got all of its HP instead of being half broken like the other.
Yo, this campaign's gonna end with him half breaking.
Don't worry. I
Wandering
am a
out into the
forge
snow.
cleric.
Yo, I can fill him up with my spells too.
Ah, yes.
The light cantrip.
All those really pog ranger spells that I get.
Poga.
Ah,
Dick.
yes.
Why does light have a dex save DC 9?
You can try to put it on creatures that don't consent,
Nice.
and you can make a dex save to avoid it. Like, imagine if someone was running from you,
I
and you
like how
tagged them
my-
with a light. Good
My
luck hiding.
spell DC is 9.
Why can you cast light?
Racial.
Ah. Fair enough.
Told you. ASMR.
ASMR.
Ooh. Alright, guess I'll return to the Order of the Gauntlets room.
Alright. Return to their chambers and rest for the night. The following day, Aka, Lorp, and Thana receive a summons instructing them to meet with the king once more.
Woohoo.
Should we get Kashara? Or any of the others? Nah, we'll just tell them about it later.
I would imagine this would be a private matter for hires only.
Probably.
To be
Let's
fair,
go.
we also didn't tell the king about any of the rest of them. Yeah, we got them pretty much all after he left.
Right, something to say now.
The servant delivering the message will say, this is gathering so that the king can give his thanks for you and your commitment to the fight. If there's anyone that's coming with you, you should probably bring them.
Okay, let's go get them.
We go get our 3 scouts, 5 veterans, Kashara, and several lizards.
Speaking of the veterans, they all outrank me, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're here to become a knight.
They all outrank you. Tharner walks in, ex-military, with his rank still respected.
No, I mean, I literally have to do everything they say.
I know. That's why I'm laughing, because my fucking background is previous military.
Well, not military.
No.
Order of the Gauntlet is very dedicated to following your duty to the T, so... These veterans are gonna own me.
Yeah. Yeah.
More reason to let them die.
No.
What the fuck?
My
Select
friends.
everyone
Yep.
before going to meet with King Bruno again. There is advisors are also there. Once you've all gathered, he says, "You all know the dangers and the threats of the world below, and have brought that knowledge with bravery and guile. Even more, in diplomacy have ye forged the first of the connections that will see the North prepared for what might come. If we survive the coming onslaught, we'll have ye to thank, and no dwarf of Gauntlgrim will soon forget it. Ye have all the courage and conviction of heroes. I will even say ye remind me of other heroes I've known, from a previous life." I mean, fan comics, mate. Bruno
Knows
was yeah, he knows Drizzt personally.
Oh! So they're signed.
Bruno was part of Drizzt's party when they took back Gauntlgrim.
Oh wow, okay.
It's not just signed, it's signed by him as well. Fuck.
Does
They
Kashara have
worked
any-
together to do that. It was
Kashara have
him,
full function?
Drizzt, Caddy Brie, and
Caddy?
yeah, Caddy.
Wow.
Where is it? It was up the top here somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, in recent years, the dwarf hero Bruno Battlehammer was able to seize the fabled city back from its drow masters. Bruno, along with his companions Wolfgar, Kedibrie, Regis, and Drizzt Do'Urden, gathered many allies from the surface world and nearby Underdark communities and retook the city.
Legendary.
He was literally part of the group.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you who's never gonna... I don't believe it. What? The king that's in charge of this city, now it's spoilers that he was also part of the group. Yeah, I've read half a book in the past. What, the first chapter of The Witcher? Fucking... The Last Wish? Is that what you read? See? I fucking knew it. 90% of it. Oh, okay. Okay,
90% of the first chapter.
90% of the first
God damn it.
Alright. So, you are free to leave the city when you are ready, and you will be guided to Mental Dareth.
So,
And that will be the end of today's session. Now that
We have so much shit. Oh my god.
Alright, now tell me the backstories of all my companions and
Create
their names.
5 backstories and send them all to Jake. The quiz will be during
Alright,
the travel
your
to
companions. Let's see. You have 5 of them.
They're all registered sex offenders.
They're not all gonna be
Jesus
human.
Christ.
Let's see. You'll have Thora Nabal, Silurian Havanor, Olaf Rengi, Elias Draco, and Cameron Tharp.
Yo, that man tried to kill Harry Potter.
Draco.
Malfoy.
Temrin. Okay, I bet you 100% I spelled them all wrong. Okay, I got the first one right.
That one wasn't hard. What about the scouts? Do they have names?
The scouts? Yeah, I can give you names for the scouts.
Yeah, I'll write this down. Sure.
The scouts are all dwarves. Their names are Brim Coppervein, Thargus Forkbeard, and Griswala Stonehammer. Each of them has a riding lizard, as do each of you. They do not provide additional lizards for the veterans.
Oh,
What can riding lizards do? Can they like climb on walls?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty. I was opposed to them until now. Now I like them.
Yeah, meaning
Oh my
going
god, you
up
can,
fucking
like-
cliffs and other
you
shit.
could go onto the ceiling where our stupid light won't reach you and be invisible.
That'll
I
be
mean, I think
spider
it would be kind of
climbing.
impractical to shoot arrows from the ceiling.
They're just climbing and they're spider climbing. I'm pretty sure those lizards might have just climbing.
Yeah, probably.
No, they have spider climb.
Oh!
Damn.
You got the
But I
upgrade.
will note, giant riding lizards, not particularly strong.
Just fast?
No. They have speed 30, climb 30. 12 AC and 19 hit points.
Yeah, it's to
Sure.
make our travels.
These are not for combat. This is to help carry shit.
Alright.
The relative ease of getting up a wall and then putting down a fucking python.
Well, that means that I can buy some extra arrows and just have my lizard carry them.
Little shield guardian pog.
Hell, fucking yeah. Dude,
Oh
I
my god.
was sitting here, I'm like, alright, managing what, what blessing equipment that I have at the time, what spells I should probably take just to, I'm not smacking with the mundane equipment, and then, the magic hammer, the magic shield, fucking everything else, I'm like, oh shit!
Nice.
Yeah, so,
Oh, do you want
Yeah.
my scroll of create water?
it's the other...
I could already do that just naturally. Well, actually, no,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it would be
I-
good to have.
I literally can't use it, so
Yeah, I could just rattle it off. I will take that as an emergency.
yeah.
Other,
You might as well take the other ones as well.
the other factions, the Lord's Alliance,
no idea what
could
the other
have
ones are.
provided 5 Lord's Alliance guards and 3 Lord's Alliance spies.
Spies!
Nice.
Yeah, well, that's like the NPC version of a rogue.
Right?
And the Zentarim also could have provided 8 Zentarim thugs.
Why don't we go to them? I want some thugs.
Thugs are pretty
Oh.
good, actually.
Yeah, I know.
You don't thugs
Now,
have
let's
like
see, how many
multi
do we
attack?
have?
They've got, chonky health.
So, first of all,
It's like
Shield
30.
Guardian in players' journals can be edited and controlled by Luke.
He's back.
Then we
Ah.
also have
the Veterans of the Gauntlet. There are 5 of those, and we have 3 scouts. Between 3 of you. Split that to 3, 3, 2.
We controlling them.
Yeah, I'm handing these over to you guys.
Nice.
I mean, I'll take all the veterans if no one else wants.
In combat, unless I overrule you, you guys get to decide what these guys are doing.
Nice.
Soka. And the scout. I want the Enclave scouts. Edit. Who wants the scouts?
I feel like that's my purview.
Yeah, you're the archer.
Alright. Desolate.
It's like in Mountain Blade when I'm working with a lord, and it's like, all right, you will take command of the archers.
Oh, what's the spell save DC for this lightning bolt in Fisto?
New Fisto.
+9.
Well, it would be the same.
You
so-
note the thing has a label.
Oh, it has a name.
Yeah, I said that. He already called it a she.
Oh.
Yeah, but it doesn't have an actual name. It's just called the Baroness.
That's fine.
Bro, that's so cool.
Now, who's involved? DC 17.
Pretty good.
I had to manually figure it out. It doesn't actually say, but he has a +9 modifier to his chess. His fucking dragon chess check, which will be his int plus his proficiency.
That
So
makes
I'm
sense.
like, well, that'll be the same thing that gets added to his DC. So I'll just put that in.
Rosie, I'd like to verbally state something.
Yes.
The Emerald Enclave scouts are dwarves, yet they have a female elf image.
Yes, because that is the standard scout image.
They're really
If you wanna-
pretty dwarves.
If you want to go find me a dwarven scout image, I'll update the token.
I will make the token for you, then send it to you, because I am proficient.
Same for like if you want to change the appearance of the veterans, Jake.
Oh, the veterans are fine. I wouldn't ask you to make 5 different looking ones.
Look at how fucking
This
cool
image is.
this guy looks.
This is the image from fucking. I was trying to find her name, but the woman we met at the start of Baldur's Gate. I mean, at sort of Descent into
Yes.
Avernus.
Yeah, because she was.
And we were
she's
like,
a
yeah,
veteran.
It's like a fucking, dark-skinned, buff-ass man. You're like, no, it's a woman. We're like, what?
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
This one. Oh, you already got some.
Got an army.
Look at that dwarf, isn't he fucking cool?
Literal fucking army.
Oh my god, they have so much more health than
Oh
me.
yeah, that's a scout. Hell yeah.
Let's give him a nice, silver dwarf.
Where's your health?
They have so much more health than me, holy shit.
Yeah, what is it, like 80 or some shit?
58.
Okay, Rosie, I made a new token. It's in the D&D.
Alright, I'll get to it in a sec.
Yeah, just,
Let's fucking go.
I'll
bring
teach
my-
them all sharpshooter.
I'll be sure to bring my smithing tools with me.
Alright, Elias Draco has to be like the highest rank out of these guys, right? That's such a cool name. I mean, I'm just thinking that because the fucking D&D podcast I listened to, the High Captain of the Paladins was named fucking Elias as well. Put myself here, because I'm on top.
He's huge.
He's fucking huge.
Hey! He's a thick lad.
I know. Josh can be in charge of all the lizards. That way we've all got something.
Dude, I'm gonna be fucking trying to manage my spells anyway with this much shit going.
Sorry, Josh. Now that there's a shield guardian, you don't get the rabbit thighs.
That's fine.
These thighs have other lives to save. I'm sorry. I must go.
Now
I
I sit
played.
upon the shoulder of this boy.
Hatch a plan to get Rabbit back. Quick, throw the shield guardian into the pit.
I assume this shield guardian's got like 19 AC or some shit.
17.
Damn.
Still pretty good for a mech you control.
Yeah, at level 5. And instead of having 71 hit points because it's broken, it has 142.
Oh, these
And regen.
veterans are using their swords one-handed, but they don't have shields.
Yeah, you gotta have an open hand for, punching.
Yeah, they're veterans, so you're really doubting them?
They know what they're doing.
They know how to clap cheeks.
Wait. Multi-attack. Okay, no, I think you're supposed to use it 2 longsword attacks and then a short sword attack. But that's strolling to GM. How do I
They're
turn
supposed
that
to
off?
have short swords.
They do have short swords.
Ah.
It says I don't think I can stop them from rolling to GM.
You should be able to. You can edit it.
Tributes?
There's like a little cogwheel at the top right.
Yeah, you would have to adjust it to...
Whisper toggle, advantage toggle.
Oh, there. Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, I didn't use PC sheets.
It has been a long
Good.
time since you have had to...
Manage NPCs. Yeah, come on, Ahsoka. When your campaign?
Oh, we don't have days for that. Could do it on Wednesday, actually.
And I sent you
Actually,
my
no.
token, Rosie.
What?
I sent my token to you.
Oh yeah, I already put it on.
Okay.
So,
How about when Out of the Abyss ends?
Here's a giant riding lizard image.
Yo, that's so
Let's
cool.
go!
It's not like the same one they use every time.
My boys! Ah!
They're eating you. Nah.
Get the hell! Get away from them.
No!
Alright, I put them at the back. So now they'll go underneath everything.
But you're a circle now. Nice. Lucky. Yeah, I was gonna name mine, but it's probably not mine.
Why do you not get one?
They are
I
bar-
do, but I have 5 superiors right here that would be like, okay, give me that.
Yeah,
They're
probably.
fighting you over the lizard. They're like, no, my lizard.
You can also have my lizard.
They'll just
Not
take
true.
that one. The second it becomes his, it becomes theirs.
You know, even this guy's last name is pretty close.
Orc beard. He's the favorite.
Fergus.
Burgerlicious definitions.
Thargus fork beard.
Anyone else want to name their lizards?
Ah.
You actually named it, thank you.
They'll not live long.
Yeah, some Caven's gonna kill like half of them.
You're
Good
gonna get like 5 minutes. in.
lizard names.
Everyone.
You should name it Horse.
Riding horse. Small riding horse. The boy lizard names. Leonardo.
That's a pretty great name.
So since,
Caesar.
since
Douglas Wilder.
Here, did this guy even read Aragon?
no.
This guy, boy lizard names, Aragon. Aragon's not the name of the dragon, it's the name of the fucking boy.
Maybe it has some other definition.
Yoda?
Bridge.
Yoda? What do you mean?
These are some weird as fuck lizard names.
I mean, they might be thinking like lizard pet